So if someone's online and they're get becoming frustrated with the
Hmm.
results,
Hmm. Okay.
and we understand that with the results that they're coming up with, and you know they're trying to do the law of attraction thing, and they're thinking positive, and they're meditating, and they're not getting the results that they're looking for. What would you recommend for a person like that?
Well, okay, first you have to define what is your purpose dating or being on any dating site. I mean, are you looking for uh, a marriage partner? Are you looking for companionship? Or is it more of discovery of oneself, which I prefer to jump into the dating scene as discovery of oneself. So let me explain that to make to make sure it makes sense. Okay, would you rather have a brand new car or a raggedy old car where you have to fix all the time? So that
uh, uh,
applies to dating, which means that if you are running into people or someone, and whoever you're attracting is very similar to a past relationship that you try to fix and it didn't work out, so that means you might have to clean up your vibration because you are still vibrating the same frequency of your last relationship.
and so, how does one clean up their vibration before they get on the search on the search engines of the dating websites?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Go on a couple of dates
Okay.
because from there, when you go on a couple of dates and you are conversing with someone, what are some of the emotions that you feel during that date? Did that person act a certain way that kind of trigger a past relationship? Is there any residue from your last relationship that's still lingering on?
Mm.
Once you, because like I said, you're not always going to find that right person on that first date. So that
Okay.
means just like you know, run into anyone, it could be from the gas station, from the library, or a social event, automatically you're not going to say, hey, that's the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, because you don't know first, right? Because
Right.
when you meet someone, there's always a physical attraction. That's the first thing. There's physical, and then there's also a sexual attraction. So if you two find each other sexually attracted to each other, that means that your vibration is a match. However, what about all the other qualities that you look at in the mate?
Right.
Are you resonating at that vibration? What's going to
Abs-
manifest is your dominant vibration. So either you decide stay away and continue to do self development until you're ready to actually go out on dates, which I prefer that people actually go heal themselves before they jump in another relationship. So when you start mingling with different people, you start looking at, hey, this person has some positive qualities or attributes. And then you write down those positive attributes or quality of that person. It may not last. It might just be that one date. You might have two or three dates and you still could be friends and it doesn't really turn into anything serious, but at least you saw a positive attribute of that person, but also what are some of the things you need to continue to work on within yourself to find that ideal mate, that soulmate, that life partner.
Right. And yes, that's great when you're positive, when you focus on the positive qualities or positive characteristics of that person, and not spend too much time focusing on the things that you don't like about that person. So,
Exactly.
Right.
But most people, on dating sites on their profile, I've seen some where they outline everything that they don't want, which, yeah,
Right.
which is the opposite. So if you're jumping into the dating scene, come into it being very optimistic, being inspired, showing gratitude, showing joy, showing passion. Because once you get into that vortex,
I
then it's
like that
easy for
word.
you to start attracting. And the person you probably went out on a date when you at a high vibration, you would know, oh, okay, he's not the one, or she's not the one. And then you move on. Don't waste
Right.
your time with anyone that you feel like you have to lower your vibration just to get a date or to find someone.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of times people feel that they have to settle. And
Mm, mm.
and that's big.
And I think when people feel they have to settle is because of some insecurity, because they feel like, okay, because I don't have everything, and I'm not saying that, if you have this list of 100 characteristics or quality about the person, that you're going to attract every last one of them, or those type of a person with all those qualities. But some people feel like this is the best I can do. Hey, I'm a single mom, I have kids, and he accept my kids. So if he accept my kids, regardless if he doesn't work or he could be abusive verbally to you, you're thinking maybe this is the best I can get. And that's insecurities. So that means you're still holding on something from the past. That person has not realized their self worth and their self value. When it comes to finding someone that can make them happy, someone that makes you happy is just not laughing all the time, which is great. Laughing is healing. But when reality kicks in, are you still happy? Are you still smiling? Are you still laughing with that person? Does that
Right.
person makes you feel awesome? Does that person makes you feel beautiful or handsome, make you feel like a man or feel like a woman?
And I feel like that's important, but those feelings have to initially be built inside of you first, and then they'll manifest on the outside when people that you um are compatible with, you get in the
Hmm.
same field or same area with those people that you're compatible with. Those feelings will just evolve and they will be magnified by that partner.
Hmm. Exactly. There's people that on certain profiles, some of the things they do not want from someone or a response from certain people. And they would say something like, I don't want to attract anyone who has drama, right? Now, or they have a list to say that someone who's mentally stimulated or, this whole list. But I realized most people, when they have that list of that's in their profile of the person that they're looking for, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's who they are. That's what they want, but that's not who they are. So if you're saying you want someone who's drama free, that means you got to be drama free.
Right.
So you have to realize when it comes to dating, if you want to avoid all the BS that goes on, work on yourself. And as you start to work on yourself and be true to yourself, then it's going to change. It's going to be a shift in the energy where you're going to start attracting people that are like minded. It may not be perfect, and no one's perfect, but at least you can have a good time.
How long do you think it would it takes to develop a skill set of working on yourself to attract what you want in your life, and what kind of daily work would a person have to put in to do
Well, this I can't give a time limit. It all depends on,
that?
how much work that person put in. Is it a daily practice that they
Like,
work on themselves? If it's not a daily practice, or what is the emotions behind it? Because remember, it's not always just about thought. So you can visualize your ideal partner, but if the emotion is not with the thought, then your frequency is going to give a totally different message. It's going to contradict itself.
it's
So, as far as self development, no one should stop with self development. No matter if you're 70 years old, you should still work on yourself. And the more you work on yourself, the longer as you go through this journey, then there's always going to be an improvement of the people that you attract.